Let's talk food now. John Torode and Lisa Faulkner are inviting us back into their kitchen this weekend.
Butter into my food processor.
So 250 butter, a block of butter.
Yeah, a whole block of butter.
Ooh.
This isn't something... You have a little sliver with a bit of coffee every day. It lasts a long time.
Well, that lasts about 35 seconds. I mean, sometimes there's a little bit of foil wrapped up next to the stove, and if you open it up, there might be a slice of Breton cake left inside it. But
yeah, there is.
Not very often.
I say, oh, I think that's had its day, and he goes, no, it won't, I'll eat that. He has it.
Now, John Torode is rearranging, like, you can't help yourself. You get into a kitchen, you've got to own the space. He's rearranging the cups.
Always.
Well, no, it's because I drank out of the cup, and that's Lisa's cup, and I didn't want it to have to be affected by my lips.
Really, yeah, because we don't really
Because you don't kiss or anything.
No. How are you? Lovely to be here.
It's great to have you both on. I saw you, Lisa, at the NTAs, didn't I, on the red carpet. It was so lovely. And now we're all joining you Saturday morning. It's Saturday mornings, isn't it?
Saturday mornings.
And what's it like? This is your 9th series.
I know.
It's extraordinary.
It's amazing because we sort of started off a couple of episodes before lockdown, didn't we?
Yeah.
A couple of series before lockdown, and then over lockdown we did our own little videos, and then obviously carried on with John and Lisa, and I think then just viewers really liked it.
Well, I think it's because we've got the pro that we all know and love for all these years. Right, we've got the old pro, right? And then we've got Lisa, who you were very, very accomplished, and that's how you met, obviously, when you were on MasterChef, right? Celebrity MasterChef. But you both really believe that we shouldn't overcomplicate things, and you need to have food that isn't intimidating if you're not a very good cook.
Yeah,
I think these days a lot of us aren't very good cooks.
Well, I think sadly, I think what happens is we tell each other we're not very good cooks.
Yeah.
Everybody's a good cook.
You think?
Depending on what level you do it. Frying an egg and putting it on toast, that's great. That's fantastic. You're a good cook, aren't you?
I also think as well that people are scared because there are so many shows where you're cooking, like MasterChef. There's high energy, high stakes cooking. Yes. Whereas our show is about every day, taking a few ingredients and just making something simple that anyone can... You can watch the show and go, do you know what? I could do that this afternoon. Even if you're not a great cook, you will be able to cook our recipe.
There's other thing as well I find is that people open up a book, right, a cookbook.
What?
Like
you mean like this one?
Like that one, yes.
Oh,
like that
I
one.
say.
Yes, there you go, like that one.
Book.
And they open up the cookbook, they go to a recipe of ingredients they've never seen before, they've never tasted before, they've never cooked before, and they think they're going to be able to make it. Imagine somebody playing a piano and getting a piece of music they've never seen before. Practice. So and this is what we try and do. Start with something basic. And this weekend, we've just got 5 ingredients for each recipe we're doing.
Nice.
Just 5. And one of this brick chicken. And it's just about cooking a chicken with a marinade on it.
With a brick on it.
With a brick on it.
To weigh the chicken down so it's flat. The brick brings the heat in. But you could use
You could use a big casserole dish on top of it. Something heavy that keeps the heat.
Yeah, but you can buy these sort of spatchcock chickens from supermarkets. You make your own marinade, cook the chicken. And if you want to use oven chips, mayonnaise out of your fridge, go for it.
Yes, and actually we don't expect sort of a MasterChef pro to say, just do that. You can do something that's easy. Not everything has to be difficult,
I think I've sort of softened the edges a little in the fact that he's so, obviously John knows technique is...
Just stop there.
Yeah. And mine is, you know what, if there's a shortcut, I'll take a shortcut.
And does he listen? I mean, over all these years, you've been together since you met on This Morning, just in the next door studio, right?
No,
you didn't get together then?
That was 30 years ago. That was 30 years
And that was in Liverpool.
Was it in the Liverpool studio?
That was in Liverpool. That's how long ago
That is a flashback, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really long time ago.
And what happened when you were cooking on the show?
My first ever cook for This Morning in 1996.
Yeah. I was doing something for... I'd done a show called The Beat Goes On, so I was just promoting an acting job. Yeah. And there he was cooking.
And so I was in sort of Chef Whites, and apparently I was just arrogant. I don't remember Lisa. Lisa remembers me, which is really, really good.
But that's the story of my life.
Eventually, the confluence happened, and we got together. But I think the other thing for me is I grew up in a world in Australia where food is actually quite simple and everybody has access to great food.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now smashed avocado on toast has become a big thing, right?
Hasn't it?
So, that's you're a good cook if you make that.
Yeah.
Now, 2 questions left. So, kids, they've all flown the nest now, yeah?
Yeah,
Billy's
they have.
off.
Yeah, she's off.
How do you teach them to cook? Are they good cooks themselves, all the kids, between the two of you?
I think between all of it, what we've tried to do is say to them, look, you do what you want to do, but they can all make themselves breakfast, they can make themselves something to eat.
Yeah, and Billy's off over in Australia with his family at the moment,
wow.
and she'd made a whole load of cheesy garlic bread and something else the other night. So she does cook when we're not around.
But when you've got parents like you two, they're just like, just let them do it. Let them do it, it'll be great.
Well, actually, what was really lovely, for my birthday recently, my eldest son said to me, I tell you what I'd like to do as a present. He said, I'd like to cook you dinner.
Yeah.
And he came, him and his partner, because they've now
That's
gone
gorgeous.
off, and they made and to have my children grow up and then cook dinner for me and cook for all of us, and it was great.
That's
they made these
gorgeous.
amazing tacos and all sorts of great stuff.
Now,
Lovely.
before we end, just one quick answer. Lisa, what is the one thing that annoys you about John in the kitchen?
I think his tidiness. I think he is so tidy. that's you know, it's not annoying, but he pulls me up on my messiness.
It's not bad to be tidy all the time, is it?
Now, listen, John and Lisa's Weekend Kitchen, you've already had one episode on, haven't you? You've got the second one this weekend. It's on tomorrow at 11:40 a.m. on ITV1. It's a joy.
Yeah,
Right.
we hope you
It's a
like
joy.
it.
And the book's out with the series. All the recipes for this series going through are in the book.
Gorgeous.
For the next 10 lots. So
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Gorgeous to have you on the show.
Oh,
Lovely
sorry.
to see you.
I meant to give
We
you that.
brought you some granola.
Always got time for a gift. Thank you, my granola. Thank you so much.
Lovely
That's
to see
lovely.
you, lovely.
I should be nibbling on that during the show.